Nice smiles. On call action. Just kidding.
Maybe start.
And action. We are live, ladies. We are live.
Okay. Hi, everybody. It is Thursday, and it's time for our Learning Curve Summit. So it must be 4 o'clock. And today, our special guest is Kathy Baer and Gail Weiss. And
Right.
they're the 5 Cities Meals on Wheels. And if anybody isn't familiar with Meals on Wheels, I know my grandfather had it, and I think it's such a great program for people. So, ladies, tell us about Meals on Wheels.
Yes, yes.
Well, our organization, 5 Cities Meals on Wheels, is kind of a private entity as far as we don't get government funding or state funding. But Meals on Wheels itself is an international organization. And then we have Meals on Wheels America, which we're members of, and then Meals on Wheels California. And so it's nationwide, and you're right. It's just, it is such a good program, and it services so many of our seniors or homebound neighbors. And we at 5 Cities Meals on Wheels have been in business here since 1975. So we've been here a long time servicing our homebound neighbors. Yeah.
And so about how many people would you say you guys service, and how many volunteers do you have working within Meals on Wheels?
Right now, it's a lot less than normal, but we have anywhere between 80 to 100 clients that we service 5 days a week. That we don't service 5 days a week right now because of COVID. We lost a lot of our volunteer drivers due to COVID, but before that, we would 5 days a week we serve a hot meal.
Wow.
And
that's
to
amazing.
Those clients.
And where does the food come from that you guys are providing?
We have our own kitchen.
Okay.
So we have a chef, and it's
that's
right
awesome.
Here at the VA, behind the VA building in Pismo. And so it's all freshly cooked, and it goes out a hot meal every day. So
that is great. That is
and
so
the most
great.
important thing is, besides the hot meal, is that it's a check on a lot of these homebound people. Some of them are have a disease state, and some of them are just elderly. So you never know. And a lot of their relatives are out of town. Right. And so it's a nice way to know that someone checks on them every day and brings in a hot food.
That's so important.
Very, very important. And I would expect that with COVID present, that providing the meal, and are you guys like just leaving the meal there at the door, or what kind of changes, I guess, have been made?
You know, what we did at the very start of COVID is that we limited the clients to the ones we were already servicing, so that our drivers would not introduce new people and with not knowing what their health status was. So and we do enter some clients. It's a client's preference. Some clients don't want you to come in because of COVID, and they'll leave an ice chest out, and you can leave the meal there. But otherwise, we knock at the door, and with some, we have permission to go ahead and enter because, you know, it's hard for them to get to the door, and it's our way of checking on them. And it allows us to see if they're eating their meals. And if they're not, then we can notify a family member that maybe they should come and check on them, things like that. So,
wow. And Gail, you've been working with 5 Cities Meals on Wheels for some time now, right?
Yes. I think
like, this is a good thing.
In 2014. And
wow.
So, yeah.
And then Kathy's role, what's your role there, and how long have you been part of the 5 Cities Meals on Wheels?
I've been here just over a year.
Okay.
And I'm the director here in the office.
she keeps everything running smoothly.
We all need one of those.
That's our
Yes.
Jeanette.
We do.
Well,
We
good
do.
to hear that. So is it how many people are on your board or how many are involved in?
On the board, we have 9 people on the board. And then as far as employees, we're down to just Kathy as the director. Then we have Carlos is our chef, and we have Ellen in the kitchen. And then we have another part-time cook, Monica, and a couple of volunteers. But we're down to kind of bare bones.
The bare
And
bones. Bare bones.
yeah.
Now you said something earlier that's pretty much key, which you guys are not funded. I mean, you guys are independently funded, like you guys are doing this and making your own money to continue
Yes,
service.
we rely solely on the donations and contributions from the members of the community.
Wow.
So, and we get some, city grants and things like that. But as far as government funding, we're a little too small for that, because once you take government funding for a program like this, then you have to go by government rules and regulations as far as the people that you see, and any diet restrictions, things like that. You have to take all comers, and we're just too small to be able to do that.
Wow. Wow. And so if there's people out there that are watching and they would like to help support Tri-Cities Meals on Wheels, how would they go about doing so?
We'd love to have them contribute, and they can do that by going to our website, and they can contribute there, or they can mail in a contribution.
Okay.
We're more than
And so I'm sure Jeanette.
And what
will
is
go
your
ahead.
website?
Yeah, Jeanette will put your information up so that everybody sees it there. And if anyone has any questions as far as donations and whatnot, to help continue this, just let us know there in the comments.
Right.
If you have any additional questions.
Gail, can you tell us what the website is?
Sure.
And I'll post it on the Facebook page.
It's www.the5 and then spelled out is cities, CITIESMOW.com.
Nice.
Okay, I will post that right now for everybody. So we have had a couple of people that say that they appreciate what you guys are doing and thank you. And then somebody else wrote here, keep the wheels rolling. So, at this time, are you looking for more volunteers to help deliver meals or come in and cook? Or how can the community also?
Normally we'd say, yes, we're always looking for volunteers, but right now, because of COVID and wanting to keep the number of people that interact with our clients down, we're not taking new drivers right now, and it's strictly because of COVID. So once this is all over, and we just don't want to expose the clients to more people than what's necessary. So
right, yeah, that's really important.
That makes sense. And so what happens for Thanksgiving? I would expect that, hopefully a lot of these people are going to be spending time with family. I don't know, but that's so complicated with COVID. And so are you guys providing meals for Thanksgiving? And
it's funny that you should ask that, because we provided a Thanksgiving meal to our clients a week ago Friday, and that was our meal, because every year the police department comes in and cooks dinner on Wednesday, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, for the community, and the first meals go out to our clients because they cook here in our kitchen.
Nice.
And then they serve them in the Vets Hall. Well, this year, because of COVID, we just found out yesterday that they're going to have to cancel that. So
how disappointing.
Our clients were looking forward to the police department cooking dinner on Wednesday, and they would get their meal on Wednesday. So now we're scrambling to figure out how we're going to prepare something for our clients because we weren't expecting to.
How
So,
many meals do you think that you would need?
oh, it's close to 100 meals. So,
I mean,
yeah.
I think we are open to putting our resources together to see if there's any way we can assist with that. I'll say that on behalf of the chamber, Lisa.
Oh,
I
that's so
would,
sweet.
I would think that, that our board would be okay with that. And we have lots of partners and resources and,
Absolutely.
so allow us to help you guys make that happen. We're not doing this. This isn't coincidence that this is coming up, and it's not coincidence that you're having this need right now, and it's Thanksgiving, and what better way to give, it's now. So, but yeah,
Oh, that's so sweet.
I think there's something we could certainly do for you guys. I mean,
Oh, well, we would appreciate anything that can be done. Like I said,
absolutely.
we're just now trying to put this
We know
stuff
that
together. So.
feeling. We know that feeling of just like, ah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel bad for, even for the city of Pismo and the police department, because they always provide this meal for the community, which comes in and they were going to do drive. They were just going to let people drive in and pick up the meals. And now they've even canceled that. So
Wow.
this COVID, yeah, it's just changed everything.
It really has, hasn't it? Yeah.
Okay. Well,
so what's the typical type of a meal besides the Thanksgiving meal that you do? What's a typical meal that goes out to the
our meals are so good. We have these.
They really are. I eat one almost every day, and honestly, I would swear that he made it just for me to impress me. And it's just one off the conveyor belt, but they are really good.
Yeah, Carlos does a beautiful job, and they vary every day. We'll have meatloaf, we'll have enchiladas, we'll have pork chops, we'll have spaghetti and meatballs. He does a beautiful job. I'm also the dietitian for Meals on Wheels here, and we always have at least 3 ounces of protein, beef or chicken, something like that, turkey, ham, whatever. And then you've got your vegetables and usually a starch, a potato or rice, or if not, fruit. And then you get a bag with your drink and a salad and bread and butter and a dessert. So
wow, how nice.
And what are the parameters of somebody that might be in need? And I don't know that you're necessarily doing that and expanding that now, but what are the parameters usually for somebody to receive meals?
For us here at 5 Cities Meals on Wheels, each Meals on Wheels is a little bit different, but for us here, it's that you're homebound, that you're not, we have clients that, like I said, the elderly for sure, those are homebound. And by homebound, I mean, you can still, get out and get around, but it's not that easy for you. And we have clients that because of illness or, cancer, anything like that, disease state that can't stand up and cook and things like that. So we'll take care of them.
Could be just temporarily or long term.
A good example is we had a client that had hip replacement and she couldn't stand. And so it was only for a couple of weeks, but she also had an 8-year-old daughter. And so we delivered 2 meals, one for the daughter and one for the mother. So, it just depends on, there's a whole bunch of variations. If you just had surgery and you can't get up and out because of this, you're recovering from that, or if you've had a car accident or something like that. So are all different reasons. The majority of our clients are the elderly, but it's anyone that's homebound.
Awesome. And so what area do you guys cover?
We cover all of the 5 cities areas. So we don't go into Nipomo, but we go all the way out to Wasna and Arroyo, and then up into Avila Beach, and then all the 5 cities area.
Okay. And if what's your intake process? Is there like an application? Do they go to your website? Is that the process pretty much, Kathy?
They can give me a call, and it's just a small application form
Okay,
with all the particulars on it.
okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We need to find out if they have any allergies or anything like that, and who their doctor is so that we can notify them if something happens, something like that. So,
Very good.
Wow, so you even take care of if people have food allergies.
yes, if you have strong food allergies, yeah, if it's something that's causes you to go into anaphylactic shock, if you even breathe it in, we might not take you as a client because we don't want that responsibility. But we need to know that so that,
Right. So ladies, tell us about the Share the Love event.
oh, cool, yes, Subaru, share the love.
Yay.
This is the 13th year that Subaru has paired with Meals on Wheels America. And what they do is for everyone that buys or leases a car, when they go into Subaru, they get the option of making a donation to one of 4 charities, which is $250 that goes to this organization. And it's either
Wow.
Meals on Wheels America, Make-A-Wish, National Park, or ASPCA. And so the money goes directly to them. And for us, Meals on Wheels America, then it depends on how many Meals on Wheels in the state, say like California here, how many of the different Meals on Wheels applies for this money. And what happens is this $250 goes into Meals on Wheels America for California. And then each of the organizations do so many things to help advertise and get the word out, like this today
Uh-huh.
gives us points. And with these
Oh,
points, we earn a bigger share
Oh,
of the
nice.
money.
Awesome. Well,
So,
that's a bonus.
yeah.
I know, I love
We're
that.
helping. We're already helping.
Yes, you are. And this is such a good fundraiser for us and has really helped us in the past. We've been participating in this for the last 5 years, and it really it helps us a lot
Right.
with the donations that we get from them.
And I bet it's been a little, well, like most of us nonprofits that aren't able to put on our regular fundraising events and things like that. So like us,
Exactly.
you guys have suffered those losses and are trying to figure out creative ways to, to make additional monies. And, it's just, that's exactly where we're at. It's just how creative can you be with all of this?
Right.
Now, is there a specific amount of money where you can say, okay, you donate, $25 and that allows us to prepare 5 meals, or, is there any allotment of money that tells us approximately how many meals we supply when we give you a donation of whatever it is that we give?
Yes, it costs us about $7 a day to prepare a meal. All of our costs and everything. It's about $7 a day. So, and we have a lot of our clients that do like to contribute, and they make their monthly contribution to the meals, but a lot of them can't. A lot of them just don't have the income. So we have a lot of people that don't pay anything or don't contribute anything. And so any contribution from somebody else, it all goes towards, we don't have like a lot of overhead and stuff. So almost all of the money goes strictly for the food and
The overhead.
preparation.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Well, like we were saying earlier, if people are just tuning in, there is a need. There's a huge need for Thanksgiving. There's 100 meals that we're hoping to be able to help provide. So if there's any restaurant owners out there, any partners, any grocery stores that are local here that want to help us, the chamber, provide these meals, that would be fantastic. I don't know what that noise was.
It was my door. It's a little breezy out. Sorry.
But I saw their expressions and I'm like, I gotta ask.
I saw it going. It was like, yeah, so we have all the windows and the other doors open, and that big front door just
Because
slammed.
yeah, Mike Cotta was saying, could we get the restaurants together to help make this happen? Denise Watson, who's also one of our board members, says she's in. I would expect that we'll be able to combine efforts, like I was saying, and we would love to be able to help with that. Nonprofit to nonprofit,
Yeah.
what we've got to do. And then if you're working with the Pismo Beach Police Department and city, we have relationships with them, and we're on social media, so we can shout out to everybody that there is a need. There's an immediate need. It's Thanksgiving, and let's help our neighbors and help our community and work with Five Cities Meals on Wheels to make and provide 100 meals. We can do it.
Yeah, and
Right?
if they go out and buy a Subaru, between now
Yeah,
and
if you're in the market
January
for a
4th,
Subaru, now the time.
be sure to name us as the charity
I love
Meals
it.
on Wheels America. We'd really appreciate it. So
I love it.
And
Perfect.
then, lady, I hear that there's something going to happen at Rooster Creek on December is it the 17th?
we have every year we've done our fundraiser at Rooster Creek for the last 4 or 5 years. But with COVID, I'm not sure.
Right.
I'm not sure that's still.
Well, they have an outdoor dining space.
I was going to say they have outdoor dining there.
They're still able to
Yeah,
serve outside.
but in the years past, it's been that all of the proceeds from that night that we've done that have gone to Five Cities Meals on Wheels. And I don't know, with the economy the way it is and the employees not being able to work, whether they'd still want to do that, or
Sure.
could afford to do that, I should say.
Right.
That would be wonderful if they did, but I have not heard that, so I'm not sure on that yet.
Okay, well, when you can let us know, and we'll definitely post it.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll help
On our
get it out
page
there
for
for
you.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's important for you
yeah.
guys too. Very important.
I would assume it's really hard right now for a lot of charities to be able to, I mean, just like us with the Chamber of Commerce, we can't do any fundraising right now. And that's where I'm sure you guys get a lot of your money, is with the fundraising. So
yeah. And part of the hard thing is nowadays is that that everyone is having such a hard time. And so it's not just us, it's everybody. And so you feel almost guilty asking somebody, can you please donate, when they don't even know whether they can pay rent and buy food for themselves, so
Well, we're mentioning it here, and if anybody's watching and they are able to and interested in donating, then that's up to them. It's giving back to the community, and it's helping those that are less fortunate and those that are, that's our elderly in our community.
Yeah.
That says everything all in itself. So you guys are doing a great thing, and I'm sure just being able to, at the end of every day, know that you're providing meals to the community and our elderly, that's got to be the best feeling in the world. So,
I drive, and Kathy's picked up some shifts too. And there's nothing more rewarding. I mean, these clients, they're so grateful, and it just makes you feel so good by the time you go home.
I bet
it was a great thing for me to get to comfort people and tell them that it was business as usual here, and they weren't going to lose this when COVID hit and everyone was afraid. And
wow. Yeah. I bet that's got to be a security for them
Mm-hmm.
and their families. I mean, if they don't have families close by, and you guys are really the only connection to what's happening, that's huge.
Right. The checking in on them every day is important.
It's such a peace of mind. You worry about, and we've had drivers that have come in and found someone who's diabetic and is passed out and able to call in the emergency services, and it's really saved someone's life. I mean, it makes a big difference.
Wow. Amazing.
Huh.
Amazing. Good work, ladies. Good work to you and your whole team.
Oh, I couldn't be more proud of, you know, like Carlos, our chef, and Ellen in the kitchen. I mean, in the beginning of COVID, we get a lot of our pastry donations from Panera. And so that gives our clients the little sweet treat that everybody needs, right?
Absolutely.
And in the beginning, we weren't getting those. And Carlos and Ellen came in on the weekends. They came in on the weekends to bake.
Wow.
I mean, that shows the dedication. They just wanted our clients to have that sweet. So,
Totally.
And
Speaking
Ellen-
of sweet, do they get pumpkin pie for? Okay.
Carlos just said that today, that, yeah, he's definitely gonna make pumpkin pie.
Aw,
That was so nice.
that is awesome. Yeah. Well, tell Carlos we said good job, Carlos, and
Yeah,
hopefully he
yeah.
watches this and knows that you guys are acknowledging him and really appreciate everything that he's doing, and everybody there, because we know how it's like to run an operation of volunteers. You know,
Mhm.
it's not easy. It's not easy. It's
Kathy does a great job. Yes.
aw, I love it. Love
It was
it.
supposed to be a 6-foot distance hug. Yeah.
Lisa and I are normally together too, so we're together like all the time, and you know,
I think we count as family.
pretty much.
Yeah,
Yes, COVID has brought us closer together.
indeed. Yes.
For sure. So anybody saying anything else there? Mike's made a lot of good points, and
He has.
Um,
Yes.
which is appreciated.
Yeah. So anything on tap for next year as far as any fundraising events that could be happening to people to come
Yeah.
and help support you?
Nothing that we know of is yet. We just want to get through this year. And so this will be our Share the Love will be our major fundraiser for the year.
And this
So
goes
we,
on for how long? Share the Love goes on how long?
and through the end of the year.
Okay, so go out, buy yourself a Subaru of some sort, and the monies go to Five Cities Meals on Wheels. Well, there's 4 nonprofits you can choose from, right?
Right. But if
Right.
they send it to, if they choose Meals on Wheels America, then it will
And
come
you get
to
a
us.
piece of that. You get a piece of
Yes.
that. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So we'll do. And I'm trying to think what else, you guys are doing great work, and we're posting the website, and if people are interested in,
Oh yeah, they can like us on Facebook.
there you
Yeah.
go. I like it. Plug in your social media. Yes. Tag, share, like,
Yeah.
follow, subscribe,
Retweet.
everything.
All over anything, Instagram, Facebook. So if somebody wanted to say, if they knew of somebody that needed, Meals on Wheels to deliver to them, is there a form that they have to fill out, or do they just call
They
you?
just call the office and they'll speak to Kathy right here.
Yep.
And we'll get you set up.
8 to 12, Monday through Friday. Give me a call.
Great.
There you go.
Nice to know.
There you go.
Especially for people like you were saying that maybe just had surgery. Maybe they don't realize, that they can have a meal delivered to them. That's big for a lot of
Yeah.
people that are living by themselves that don't have.
Yeah, it is. Or they've just got out of the hospital and, it's going to take a couple weeks to recover, or they've had an accident. And we had one gentleman that, he broke both legs in an accident. And so, you just delivered to him for several weeks until he was back on his feet again. So,
Wow.
Wow.
And do you find that people are calling in for themselves most of the time, or is it the children of maybe their elderly parent, or
I think it's more that, yeah, children of
calling in?
from other states. And,
Well, yeah,
and
that
it's such a comfort to know that it's gonna be okay and we can take care of mom or dad.
Wow.
And yeah, it's pretty cool.
And
Yeah.
so I have to ask the senior living agencies out there and the ones that are out there that provide resources and things of that nature, I would expect that you guys are affiliated or you guys are a resource that they refer, or, you know, you
Yeah.
would, on that information as far as here's, you know, here's what you need to do for your senior parent or your grandparent. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah. There are a lot of the hospitals that are aware of us, and there are outpatient clinics and stuff that will tell them, you know, to call. And even I've sent doctors in the area letters and stuff to make sure that, you know, they all know that should they have an elderly client or something, that, you know, all they have to do is call us and we can get them set up.
That's great. And then there's surrounding Meals on Wheels, though. I mean,
Yeah, there's Meals on Wheels in San Luis, and it's out of, I think it's French Hospital. So each one is different. So
and then so with your building that you said that you're in Pismo Beach, are you guys having to pay rent there then? Is that something that, or is it donated?
well, we have a little office in our kitchen, and the city of Pismo Beach is very generous, and so we do have rent, but they give us a grant, and that covers our
Oh,
rent.
good.
So
Okay. That works.
yeah,
Very nice. Yeah.
That's creative granting.
yes, yes, yes. The city's
That's
very
awesome.
good to us, and so yeah, we get that taken care of. So
That's good to hear.
You're doing a wonderful thing. Are there age parameters at all?
no, they're not. Just be homebound. Like I said, there was that one woman where we delivered to both her and her 8-year-old daughter and stuff. We don't have very many that tend to be younger because most of them have family or something that's taking care of them. But there is no age limit. It's just that they're homebound.
And
Okay.
is there one out of Santa Maria that covers Napomo, or is there?
Napomo has their senior connection, and it's out of their senior center, and they deliver. So that's the reason we don't go down there, because we don't want to step on anyone's toes. But
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
and then Santa Maria has their own, I believe. I'm not too familiar with one in Santa Maria though.
Okay. Well, that's amazing. Any questions, anybody?
No, I don't
We're
see any
the-
questions
or
on the
Cassie or
graph
Gail
board.
here, and we'll go ahead and probably put our heads together on how we can help and accomplish helping you guys with those 100 meals for Thanksgiving. Who knows?
Oh.
We might be cooking. I might have just volunteered us all for cooking.
That's fine. I love to cook.
I love to manage.
I'll bring the wine. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, yay, Gail.
Yes. Mulled wine. I'm
Right.
trying to get people on the mulled wine. I love a hot, you know, all the spices and all the holiday cheer, you know, that just makes wine better, you know.
Oh yeah.
Well, good job. You guys are doing a great job.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you so much, ladies.
Okay, so Miss Lisa,
Yes.
well, we can, so we're going to cut into a couple of little different things. If anyone has any questions for Kathy and Gail with Five Cities Meals on Wheels, please be sure to chime in. But we're going to take a moment to tell, oh, go ahead.
Valerie, just before we go, Kathy and I both want to, since we've got this public forum, to really thank our community, because we cannot do this without the support of them.
You're absolutely
Yep.
right.
It's an honor and a privilege.
Aw. Well, and I'm sure they feel the same way, ladies.
Yeah,
You know, I mean,
absolutely.
you guys are doing amazing things. So,
Thank you. And you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Thank
and
you.
also, you can stay on with us while we talk
Yeah.
about
Okay.
And with,
the rest,
and
just
with
in
that
case
being
anybody
All
has
right.
any other questions.
We'd love to.
But yeah, you can stay here.
Away for a moment.
So we are going to be doing a classic California Christmas. So anybody out there We're still going to be decorating Pismo Beach with lights and holiday cheer. We're going to figure out a way to get Santa over here. Oh, and of course,
I have a little hat here.
we don't have any fun at all, ever.
No. we don't. So last year and the year before, we did what was called our Gobble Wobble. And we went to different restaurants and had a little small bite and had a drink. And what did we see? Like 5 or 6 different places.
We gobbled and we
So,
wobbled.
and our ugly sweater crawl. So this year we're not doing those things, but I just thought I'd bring out my hat that I wore last year, which is a big turkey.
It's really cute.
She's got a couple cute hats.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We want to wish everybody a very healthy and happy Thanksgiving. And we will not be on our learning curve next Thursday because we'll be feeding our faces, but you'll catch us on December the 3rd at 4 o'clock. And don't forget, every Sunday at 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm out there and we're doing beach cleanup and street cleanup. So if you want to come and join us, I have masks, pickers, gloves, hand sanitizer when we're done. And it's just a great way to start your Sunday out in Pismo and helping the city out. So you can join us Sunday, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yay. Okay. Thanks again, ladies, so much for joining us today. Keep up the amazing work. And we'll talk offline about how we're going to go ahead and help out with those 100 meals. And again, any businesses out there that want to help support and or sponsor, any restaurants out there that want to jump in and help. It is Thanksgiving. It is the season, and let's help these ladies out and see what we can do. So thank you.
Season of giving thanks. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
You.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.